Hey everybody, it's Mr. G. Hope you're all doing well. This image up here is just a reminder for you all. Be very careful about all the information you're consuming out there about what's going on, the virus, and certain situations. Don't drink bleach. Don't inject bleach. Don't do that. Okay, so just any information here, make sure you double check it, fact check it before you just go do it. Okay, you know that. All right. So today, our main focus is going to be Edmentum this week. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of show you, and Edmentum will be our focus pretty much going forward. There's not going to be any more activities or lessons that I've created posted up there. At least not they won't be the main focus. I may put an article up there for you to read. You can write a quick response to things like that. But mostly of what's going to be great and what's going forward is Edmentum. And so I just want to make sure everybody knows how to get into Edmentum, log in, and all that stuff. Okay. So to get to Edmentum, first of all, if you go to Google Classroom, I posted today right here this morning basically what we're doing for the week as far as working with Edmentum. Again, if you've done VCAP, you've done Edmentum. It's online learning modules, kind of like we did when we were doing that stuff through the Ohio library. Doing sources and things like that. Remember we did those learning modules, kind of like that, a little different, a little more expansive. But this takes you through it. Also, I'm soon here. You see, there's a saved announcement. I'll be posting an announcement that just has the link to Clever. And if you click on that Clever link, this will look a little different because this is a teacher, but you'll see something like this, that you're part of the Columbus City School District. I know a lot of you have already done this, so I apologize if it's a repeat. But you'll get here, and then you want to log in with your Active Directory. And then this will look like now like your current email too. It's kind of the same spot, the CCS office. You log in using your student ID and all that Columbus.k12.ohus stuff and your password. Or you use probably your birthday with dashes, as you know. And this, I don't know, it may tell you to log in as a student or something like that, but you log in whenever it makes sense. Yeah, mine will look a little different. It's a whole big dashboard of Clever stuff. But yours, whatever difference it may look like, you should have all this stuff down here. We used Commonlit last week to read the Invictus poem. I am the captain of my own fate. And then this week, we're going to use it to do Edmentum. So if you click on this E, it should take you to Edmentum, and you should have some kind of dashboard that looks like this. Again, yours may look a little different, okay? So what I want you to do this week too, I'm not sure exactly how you get to it, so this is not too instructional for you. But once we do get here, mine will look like yours. For mine, you just see here's first period, the people who are working, the people who are ahead of the game. These people might need a test unlocked, whatever the case might be. But yours is going to look like, if we click on here. Yours will look like this, I believe, pretty much. Okay, and you see a lot right now. I have a lot of things hidden. This is just what you should be working on. So the first thing you want to do, if you have not started, some of you already are past this, which is awesome. If you have not started, you want to start with the pretest. Click on here, gives you the pretest. You take it again, it's a pretest, so you may not do really great on it. Do the best you can. Okay, go through the pretest. After you go through the pretest, okay, then it gives you right here where it says the Decline of the Victorian Era tutorial. The tutorial basically gives you the information to pass what you will mainly be graded on, which is this mastery test down here. As you can see, and it should look similar on yours. It is locked right now. You will have to text me, hit me up through Remind, through Google Classroom, whatever the case might be, to unlock that. Though probably on Wednesdays for the upcoming weeks, I'll just kind of probably unlock it for people then as they get to it can start working on it. Then the only time you'll need me to unlock it is if you have to retake it. Okay? So, but if you click on this tutorial, and we'll try to keep this somewhat brief. because I know a lot of you already know this. But if you click on this tutorial, it will then start giving you all the information you need. Okay, sometimes it'll be a video. As such, you probably don't hear anything right now because I'm not using computer audio, but there is sound playing. This is just a little preview, and then you see up here you navigate to the next slide, and then each one will have more information. Some of these are just kind of, the objective, what we're supposed to learn this lesson. Another little intro video. Then eventually you'll get to sections like these. Now you can read them, which I would read, but if you, and for some reason this is not marked, but if you hit this, I don't know why it's not on mine, but this right here, where you see the little speaker, if you click that, it will read it to you, which I highly suggest for everyone. You have it read it to you, you read along with it. Another thing that you should do is you should take notes, okay? Because then when you have to take the mastery test, if you have notes, again, it's kind of a skill we need to practice taking notes, just getting the important stuff. You're obviously not going to write all this down when you're taking notes. You just want to bullet point, hit the important things, okay? Another thing you can do, if you don't want to take notes like that, you see over here you have a highlighter, and you can highlight. Oops, you highlight what you want, and then you click what color you want, and then that will stay there. Then if you're finished, I don't expect you to do all 32 slides at once. I would not do that. You probably go nuts or fall asleep, but then you click save and exit, then your highlights will be saved when you go back there, okay? You also have remove highlight. Some other features over here that are useful is, oops, yes, that's fine. You have a dictionary. Put words in there you don't know. If you click on the dictionary, you can look up any word, species, and it'll give you all that information. Okay. Here again is the narration.
Religious doubt was another common concern at the turn of the
So if this is not lit up for whatever reason, you turn this on, it will read it to you. I highly recommend it. It'll stick to you better. And if you need some translation, you have a Spanish translation function here as well. Okay, so when you get to the end, there's some activities embedded within. Now this, your answer per answer through here, there's some activities. I will not go through and grade. Okay, this is for you to learn the material. However, I get a report that shows how long you spent working on Edmentum. That's how I'll assign points for the week when you're not taking a mastery test, or in addition to your mastery test. You should be on there from somewhere between like 20 minutes a week at least on here, okay, before you take your mastery test. So this week, all you really have to do, log in through Clever, come here on Edmentum, take the pretest, go to the tutorial. Then when you are finished with the tutorial, you see here's the test. If it's locked, let me know. I'll unlock it for you, and then you take the test. Again, you want to have notes, whether you're taking them on paper with a pencil, or if you're opening up another window, type in the Google Docs, you can do that. But you'll want to have your notes because that will help you take the mastery test. This is not necessarily the most, easiest material in the world, so taking notes will be helpful. Okay, but this is British Lit, what we're supposed to be doing 12th grade year. So if you go through the tutorials and take notes, that was a tongue twister, you should do fine on the mastery test. Okay, so that's pretty much it for the as far as that's what we're doing this week, and probably pretty much for the rest of the year. We'll be mainly working on Edmentum. A couple things to be straight out front and forward. Hopefully you're still listening. Fourth quarter is pass-fail. Okay, which means you either get a P for pass, or I think an I for incomplete. Man, pass-fail, pass or incomplete. In order to get a pass, all you have to do is show some evidence of learning, which means if you're on here for 20 minutes a week, you're going to pass. However, if you have already, let's say you have an A first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter is not even going to affect your GPA, that pass. So do with that information, do with it what you will. Now, however, let's say you've failed 2 quarters and only passed 1 quarter, you're going to need to get those grades up. So remember, the grading window for third quarter is open until May 1st, which is just this Friday. So you need to be doing some work so we can get that grade up. You can make up stuff. Some of you are already given packets. You can make that stuff up and then take pictures of it and send it to me like some of you have been doing. Some of the stuff you can probably do through Google Classroom. Or if you work on this material, I will give you some third quarter credit for it. So we don't necessarily have to go back and redo what we were doing. If you just get on here, you work, pass a mastery test, I'll give you credit towards third quarter. Okay. So if you're one of those people who needs to pass third quarter, or if you know someone who has yet to be in contact with me in any way, please reach out to them and say, hey, third quarter is open. You can still pass for the year. Okay. It's a good opportunity. So if you've passed those 3 quarters and you've passed for the year, fourth quarter, not really all that crucial for you. Okay. Again, it's pass fail. This is what we'll be doing for the main part. If you needed to pass fourth quarter badly in order to graduate, you need to get in touch with me, and we need to get up that third quarter grade. Okay. So that average together will get you to pass for the year. If you have questions about that, contact me. A couple of you I've Zoomed with, kind of one-on-one, so you get a little face-to-face, and you can ask questions rather than have to keep messaging or type it out. So just let me know by appointment. We can Zoom, Google Hangout, whatever, and we can talk face-to-face if you need help with anything. If you really want to discuss what you need to do to make sure you're on pace to graduate. Okay? So that's it for now. Be in touch. Join my remind if you hadn't. That's probably the quickest way. Just fire out texts and let me know if you have questions. Take care. Stay safe. Watch out for misinformation. Make sure you're getting the proper information and you're acting accordingly. Even though coronavirus maybe doesn't have as many negative effects on young people, you can all be carriers. We don't want to kill our grandparents or anything like that. Okay. So yeah. So be safe. Let me know if you have questions. If you want to Zoom just to say hi and shoot the breeze, I'm more than willing to do that. Okay. So I miss you guys. I hope to see you soon. Take care.